Welcome back to Licensed and Unsupervised with
Naomi and Beckee. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you older than your
Yes.
brother? Oh yeah, you're that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was a biter.
You were a biter?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Like, for how long? You bit people a lot or what? What was going on?
So we didn't have like daycare or anything like that. So I wouldn't.
No.
And my brother is 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have been a baby or anything But like once we got big enough to physically fight and like wrestle, you would bite him hard, bad. Yeah. He probably has trauma from it, honestly. I remember one time he had like my head in a headlock from his leg, and I bit his thigh.
Listen,
I got in big trouble for that one.
He had you in a headlock.
I know, but like I bit him really hard.
Listen,
I was like, I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna motherfucker bite you.
He entered the race and the fight, and so did you.
Mia was a biter.
Yeah.
She went to daycare, so it was problematic.
Yes.
So both my kids didn't take pacifiers after breastfeeding. So
God.
once we were done breastfeeding, they didn't take a pacifier anymore.
They had no way to soothe themselves fully.
So now I've got a biter in daycare. And Tyler's best friend's little sister is also in daycare. So far hasn't gotten bit, but like could be tomorrow.
Oh my god.
So I need a solution immediately because like we can't ruin our lives, right?
Right.
And I don't know where I got this. It could have been I have no idea. But somehow we decided that we would find all the pacifiers in our house and call them bites. I don't know where it came from. So but we're like, this is a bite. Okay. So when you feel the need, and this little thing doesn't talk.
Right, no.
She's annoyingly not speaking also. Like, we had a bite until we were 3. Because she's like me. She grinds her teeth when she gets upset.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I literally, like, still would want to bite. Like, I grind my teeth when I'm upset. Mm-hmm. And so, like, there's been times I'm like, I just want to bite you to husband. I've never bit him, but I want to sometimes. But yeah, Mia was a biter, so we gave her the bite, and
did that fix it?
It did, because then she just always had a bite with her, and then like every time we went to the grocery store, we had to buy new ones that she picked out, and literally she did not speak until she went to preschool at 3 years old. She grunted and pointed, and
hey, they got to do what they got to do.
Did what she needed, and also potty trained herself when she went, which was really annoying too. Yeah, because I knew she could potty train. She was potty trained. That little thing was potty trained.
She just had a will of her own.
Mm-hmm. And so we're at Meet the Teacher, and I'm like, all right, teacher. She's wearing a pull-up. She's like, she can't wear that here. I'm like, oh, I know. I am in awareness. Can you please get her in awareness? Because she's not she's not listening to me. Yeah. I've already told her 100 times, you can't come back here with a pull-up
if you have a pull-up. Yeah.
Correct. And she's like, don't give a shit, Mom. I'm going to do what the fuck I want.
Right.
Like, she was the kid that could give you, like, the middle finger with her eyeballs.
Oh, yeah. I have one. My middle one. Mm-hmm. Spice.
Yes. The spice is strong with that one. So literally the teacher goes over and says, your mom told me you had pull-up on, and she doesn't speak, and she's like, you can't come back if you have that on. And so whole ass, we come home, she puts underwear on, and we never dealt with diapers again.
I am dead. That is hilarious.
Yeah. So
my son was my daughter, yeah. My oldest was okay. She potty trained. I was like, so, you're oldest. You don't know anything. And people tell you. Everyone wants to give you a freaking opinion on things. So I felt like I had to start. And then I remember we had the best pediatrician at the time. Her husband was a stay-at-home husband, and she was the pediatrician.
She had 3 kids. Awesome.
Freaking awesome, because she was a mom and could understand.
Yeah.
And I remember being all concerned, and she's like, listen, there's a certain muscle and a brain connection that has to happen. And any kid, they're not going to do it before then. So you just got to let them lead the way. So then I quit doing all the stupid M&M bullshit and Cheerios in the toilet, all the dumb stuff. And she did eventually. Like one night, she was getting ready to get a bath and was like, I want to go potty. And like Ricardo put her on the pot, and she went potty. And really, we didn't have any accidents. The only accident she had was after her sister entered the world, because the attention situation. Like, we were in Walmart. First time I took both of them out, we're in Walmart. We're in the checkout lane. She's like, Mommy, potty, gotta go pee-pee. And I'm like, oh God. So I'm like, all right. To the woman, like, emergency, let's run in there.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, newborn baby there, postpartum body. with my own diaper on, for God's sake.
Oh, no.
Get in the stall. But I get in and I'm like confident that she can like do this because I've watched her do it. So I'm like, I'm going to stay with the baby because it's a baby.
Right. I can't put her down.
Right. And you are going to, go in and do your thing. I wait. I'm like, Annalie, did you go? Did you go? She's like, Mommy. Open the door. She stood in the stall and pissed all over herself.
Damn it.
So then we have to go out to the car because, I wasn't going in for long, so I didn't think I was going to need her change of clothes. So we're outside. It's like windy, and I'm like changing her, and she looks at me and she's like, Mommy, it's so fun and cool, huh? And I was like, this is not fun. This is not cool. We're not doing this again.
Oh, my gosh.
So that was just because the baby had been born and she whatever. But that middle spice one, oh, yeah, she went pee-pee on her own, and then, the first time she pooped, I'm cheering, clapping. The look on her face when she stood up and saw what was in the toilet, I knew in my soul it was going to probably be a fight because she was mortified about what came out of her. So same kind of, right?
Yeah, fair.
But she like pooped. That kid pooped her pants until well after 3, and we had no pull up. We had the diaper, or not the diaper. I just put her in her panties, and it did not matter. She would be walking around with a whole load, and you'd be like, Yasmin, did you poop your pants? Nope. You'd go to reach for it. She'd tuck her tail, start running. I'm like, girl, tailbone.
Yes.
But like, the whole thing. And then the boy was born, and then she was still doing it, and like, Ricardo was like, she needs a whooping. And like, we didn't spank. We did spank a little, but we did not do it a ton. And I was like, you don't spank for potty training. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm telling you right now. I see her. He saw her from day one. I did not. Yes. She was a NICU baby. So I was like, I'm just grateful she can do anything. Let her run amok. And it did not take, it took until she was an adult. And actually after, when I finally had my come to Jesus moment, and I had to really apologize deeply to my husband and my oldest daughter, because I was like, I realized that you've been, they called me on the carpet with that. But anyway, I'm like holding him off. And anyway, one day he comes home and like, the baby had been pooping, and then this one's pooping and running around.
Right.
And he's like, how'd she do today? And I was like, I just looked at him and I like started crying because I knew. He walked in and he barely tapped her. Never pooped her pants again. I was like, you little shit. Like what? And then my son, we were getting ready to move here. My mom had passed and had cancer. So I was like, he can stay in a diaper I don't care if he's 10. Yeah. I mean, that was my joke.
Right.
My mom also had always had this saying for my youngest brother. She was like, I've never met, like, I figure, so what? They have to go to preschool with a diaper on? I bet you if I pack their diaper bag and they have to carry it in one day, peer pressure will set in and they'll never do it again.
Yeah.
And so I kind of had that little mindset with him. And then I did not have time for him to be pooping and peeing all over. It was just not possible.
Right.
Like, we're in and out of hospitals. We're doing, my mother-in-law kept being like, when are you going to potty train me? And I was like, probably when we move to Michigan.
Bye.
And funny enough, we get here, literally cross the border, get to our hotel, and he's like, Mommy, poopy potty. And I'm like, yeah, right. Because he's also said this before. And I was like, whatever. Goes in the bathroom. Both his sisters, his second and third mother go running in. Yeah. And they're like, Mom, he really pooped. Never pooped or peed his pants again. I was like, motherfucker, you just. So I didn't have to do anything, really. Yeah. I just had, I had to work on aiming. I did put Cheerios back in the toilet so he could aim because otherwise we were going to be spraying pee everywhere.
We went backwards.
Oh, no.
No, I put him on the toilet backwards.
Oh, yes. A lot of people said it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine, he tried to get in the toilet when I did that. And I was like, oh, no.
Tyler's my oldest.
Right. They play by the rules a little better sometimes.
He really did. Honestly, he really did. I think I read somewhere, probably in a book, like whole ass book, that like you can just boot camp them in 3 days. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. That'll be great. It did work. It did work with him. Yeah. The other one was like, fuck off. That's not me.
Like, you take your 3 days and shove it, lady.
100%.
Exactly.
We tried. And,
they're all different.
But with him, I will never forget this moment, probably as long as I live. And like, I don't imagine he remembers. Obviously, he was like 2 or something. I don't even know how old he was. So we did the 3 days, and so he's in underwear, and you feed him like juice boxes every 30 minutes. You make him sit on the toilet. It's like horrifying. You can't leave the house. You can't do anything, and it's like just not a fun time.
Yes.
So we're in We're in the middle of day 2. So I am like borderline crying every single 30 minutes that we have to do this because it is just a fight every single time. We have to stop doing what we're doing. He has to pee because I'm also forcing drinks down his. Yep. So like I'm forcing this. It's horrible. And he also is feeling the same sentiment. And so he walks towards me in the kitchen and stands there and pees on the kitchen floor. Locked eyes with me the whole time. Never will I forget that moment in my life because he was like, I have a will and you are not in charge of it.
He's like, screw this.
I was like, well, actually.
But then after day 3, it worked.
Response to that was tears. Okay. I cried. And then he went down for his nap and woke up potty trained. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he took a day and a half of like boot camp and he was like, okay, Mom, fine. I made Mom cry. I guess I will. I don't know.
He was probably just really ready, and then that time maybe I don't know.
Yeah. But we did everything gentler with her. She was resistant to everything. Everything. Now he was a colicky baby. He was a pain in the ass. Like wouldn't sleep anywhere.
Oh God.
Ugh. It was the worst. The colic was the worst. That's why I started smoking again.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't handle it. And then my mom lived in Phoenix at the time, so I'd FaceTime her at like 11 or 12 o'clock at night and like just have another human to talk to over the sound of the baby crying.
Yeah.
Which was lovely.
Yeah.
And then she comes along and she's up every 3 hours because she's been in the NICU for 40 days for an entire year. And she's allergic to everything. So I have to make all of her own food. I was like, having kids, I don't know why everyone's like, let's keep doing this. Like,
oh, gosh.
I mean, can you imagine remember when you asked the team, like, what they didn't like to do and they didn't want to go grocery shopping?
Yes.
Add in a newborn and a 2-year-old that's potty training and see if they will go then.
Right.
That's why we don't understand the perspective.
It isn't. I know.
Because I had a colicky baby at the grocery store and ran into a client.
Well, because you were just doing the things. Like, we were talking about scheduling recently with someone, and I was like, oh, yeah, I came across I know, because we were talking about, like, how everything is electronic, right? It's on a computer now, the scheduling system, and it does different things. And back in the day, at the front desk, it was just everyone's book. And it was handwritten, and you would open it, and you could take your book with you or leave it, depending on the salon's policy.
Yeah.
And I was saying how I had came across 2 of my old books. Oh. And they were from specific years when my mom was sick and when my son was born. And I literally looked through that thing, and I know I walked all of that out. I have no idea how, other than the grace of God. I was literally at that time too, I was working 2 separate different jobs along hair at the YMCA. And one of them was teaching a fitness class at 5:15 in the morning.
Oh my word.
Yeah. So like getting up and like while I was pregnant with my 3rd baby. So get up, do that class, come home, get whoever is getting ready, which was all of the children, pregnant. And then getting the one that needed to go to that school there, getting the other one that needed to go to that school there, and then maybe going back and working at the daycare thing to make a little extra money, and then go pick up whoever needed to be picked up, and then give that one lunch, put that one down for a nap, go pick up the other one, take them to my mother's, and then go do hair until 9 o'clock at night. What the hell? And then my mom was sick, like on top of that. So the day would get interrupted, or I would fall asleep in the pickup line, or I would do like, and put like rinse, repeat. What the hell was I thinking?
We taught ourselves discipline.
We did, because there was no other option. So sometimes I have a hard time. I was just reflecting on that. I'm like, so sometimes I have a friend who has 8 children. And she was literally someone who was like made to have 8 children. Like literally, like it was for her 1,000,000%. She probably could have 20.
Yeah.
She was one of 12. Like, so it was just that, whatever.
Yeah.
She always used to say, she was like, I don't like to assume that like, just because I have 8 children and maybe someone has none, that they have more time. Everyone has the same time. I don't ever want to do that. And I loved her, like, just authentic intentionality with that with people.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm Beckee, and I'm not Regina. Regina, you're a saint. And I sometimes am like, okay, when you tell me you don't have time to do something, and you have no little life attached to you other than you only have yourself to keep alive.
Right.
And you probably, some of you, and you don't even have a mortgage or like rent, like you're lively, you're the very shelter that's above your head, the water that you drink, the pot that you go to the bathroom in, the lights that come on is not like resting on you. It's hard. I come back to that statement. That's why Regina's thing lives in my soul.
Yeah.
But I come back to that a lot because I'm like, oh, for F's sake. You do have time. You just are allocating it very differently.
Right. Well,
that's harsh, though.
It is, but also, like, I feel like it's not motivation, and it's the false belief that it's motivation that gets those things done. It's actually just discipline that gets those things done. You know, because I'm motivated to stay in my bed every day.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I'm motivated to go do other. I'm not motivated to do the things that I just have to do.
Right.
I am disciplined to do those things that I have to do. And I think the two of us, because we have been forged in fire, I feel like the discipline is higher. And so when there's a lack of discipline in something, it's more challenging to understand.
That's true.
So like social media, we're doing this challenge with our team right
75
now.
hard.
And it's hard. And like, I'm doing it for the salon, but I'm also doing it for myself at the same time. And it's not easy for me to do it. And I do it every day.
Right.
And so telling them that I'm having a hard time with it, I think might have helped. I don't know. But in general, what we're teaching them and what we're forcing them to build in themselves is discipline.
Discipline.
And so, you know, I just can't wait to see the other side of the 45 days we're in right now.
Yes. I'm excited for that too. And I'm excited for what's going to happen along the way because I think the first 30 days was also hard for some.
Yes.
And was a good, like, gentle entering. And now it's kind of like, oh, crap. Like, I really have to be, like, I'm over this. It's been 30 days plus 30 plus now. But, like, I'm over this. I'm done. I don't want to.
Right.
But also seeing then the results of certain algorithm shifts and clientele shift. And, like, that's coming and probably starting to just feel, but not getting weary in that part and like pushing past that part is going to be huge. And that's, like you just said, forged in fire. The most beautiful things do not come from ease and comfort. Diamonds are not forged by just gently loving on them.
Right.
They are not.
Exactly. And like the fact that we have gone through things that like not everyone goes through the things that we have gone through. And so it's our own journey or whatever, but it's been really, really tough and required so much discipline and so much resilience that's what I want them to have. But you can't have that without being challenged.
You can't.
And I have to say, I asked Maddie, she's the newest member of our team. I asked her, I said, do you feel like this challenge has helped you get to know the team at all better? And she goes, yes, a lot. And I said, I agree, because like she interacted in our group and asked a question, and she put herself out there and did something a little bit uncomfortable, talked about how she felt uncomfortable, asked for validation, got the validation. But what that also did was show everyone else that they can do the same thing.
Exactly.
And that, you know, you and I are not the only ones that see value in all of this.
Right.
You know, and so I said, I think that it's been really helpful for her specifically. She works only the one day a week.
Yeah.
So it's hard for her to get to know everyone, but everyone's showing up on their social medias and showing who they are and the things they like about themselves. Like she feels so much more comfortable walking in here.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
And that's someone who works here feeling more comfortable.
Well, and she knows that she's not alone too.
Right.
Like, you're not alone in the challenge. You're not alone in the salon. You're not alone in general. And like, that's a life lesson too. Like,
right.
Because I think that's like a big trick of our own minds sometimes, right? Is like, I must be the only one in this moment that's ever gone through anything difficult. And that's just not the truth at all.
Right.
But there's strength in saying like, and like admitting like, I don't know. And this sucks and it's hard.
Yeah.
Because then just like in the movie, oh my gosh, Inside Out.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Oh my God, that's right. Oh my God, you have to watch it. You would love it. Why haven't you seen it? Now I'm intrigued.
I don't care for animations usually.
Okay, but you would love this one.
I know, I just forget.
That's
you
fine.
have to remind me.
We're gonna have to watch
times.
it. I will. Okay, we'll watch it together sometime.
Oh, maybe we should do a viewing party.
Yes, we should. But anyway, in there, basically, it's like, you know, all the emotions that live in the brain, and happy and joy basically keeps trying to take over. Like, if we can just be joyful, it'll be fine.
Right.
But really what it was sadness needed to be there for the tears to come, for the person to then be seen as what they were truly being dealt with, because that's when help came. That's when mom and dad realized, oh my gosh, that's when teammates rallied. So it's like about like letting like that's a big thing. So it's just, but it's just like that, being able to be strong enough, because those are, I think that's a strength of being able to like be like, here's my shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sucks and it smells really bad, but like here, maybe you have some same shit we can talk about. Like, and that's the strength. And that's the strength that I want for some of our team. Because I can even see it in some of them. I think they're afraid to even, specifically with you and I, I think there's a fear of like, I can't say what's really going on. And I'm not saying we need gory details. I'm just saying I feel like they're at times like, be like, what's wrong? What's going on? I can tell something's not right.
Right.
And they're like, I'm fine. Like, we'll stare you down and like, I'm fine. And they want to carry on. And there's wonderful in that, but also like being able to just tell people that you're in a crappy place is huge. Because I would say for me, walking through anything hard I've ever walked through, like that was the hugest part, was being able to share with, and those were different people at different points in my life.
Right.
And like, if I didn't have that, I don't know that I'd be sitting here today. Truly.
Right.
Like I would have, well, for me, I would have taken myself out, because that's what my goal was by 2019. I was like, yeah, I'm done. Clock it. We're going to call this.
Gosh, I wanted to give up so many things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like if I don't feel like giving up at some point, maybe it wasn't worth being in it.
To begin with.
Yeah. And
that's
like,
true.
That sounds weird, but also like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are built differently, right? Everyone's like built different. I can handle, I can be resilient.
Right.
And,
but that's because you had to start somewhere though.
Yeah.
We weren't just like born. I mean, I don't know that I buy, like, we have different personalities, and yes, I do think we come in with different slants certain way.
Sure.
But I don't know, like, to your point, like that was built.
Yeah.
It was built by the hardships.
Because I wasn't resilient when I got kicked out of the youth group thing. I was pissed, and I was pissed at everyone involved, and I was like, I'm going to fight back and retaliate, and just, like, anger was what I owned for a really long time after that.
I understand that.
Anger was what lived there for a long time, and in a lot of relationships, I think, because of that one thing. Just that one little thing, because of its time frame, because of what it told me. I mean, it told me I wasn't good enough because I made one bad choice.
Right. Like, throw her away. She's done.
Yeah, we dropped one egg and the whole egg carton got tossed out. And I was like, if I'm that easily to be tossed out, then I must have to do more. I must have to be more. You know, and like, I am sure that the youth pastors that told me that and had that conversation with me would have a different opinion now.
Oh, 100% probably.
Because I'm talking, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And
there was a different culture around things.
In church. But but what it did do is it, like being ADHD, something that happens in your brain or can happen with ADHD is just that constant voice to tell you that you're not good enough and that you can't do it. And it's because you can see the pattern of which you're not fulfilling the same pattern as everybody else, so it's not normal.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because I can see patterns that I even understand it. And so understanding more about my ADHD, I can understand, I can make myself feel smarter instead of lesser.
Right.
And I think that like anyone who's interested in wanting to know if they, are dealing with that, I think it's interesting to learn about your brain, because then you can figure out how to hack it.
Yes, because it is rewirable.
Yeah.
I remember learning that like several years ago, and I liken it, the analogy that I heard forever changed it. They talked about like if you were riding a bicycle over the same path of grass for like day in, day out, day in, and what that's representing is the connection, like the neural pathways of a certain thought pattern. Okay, well, what's going to happen? That grass dies out. That path becomes really familiar, really easy to get to. And if that path has been a shitty, negative self-talk one, then you start to say, no, this isn't right. You recognize, wait, I don't like this, how it makes me feel. I need to have a different thought pattern. Well, that's the day that you take your bike tire, and instead of staying in that groove, you go up over it a little and you're entering grass again. You're not on a well-worn path.
Right.
So it's really hard and it feels really foreign. But what happens is if you continue to make that choice over and over again, it's harder.
Yeah.
eventually the old path will like the grass will fill back in and the new path is forged. And that's how our brain literally is. You can watch it under a microscope. I'm super fascinated by that, like the little neurons doing their little thing. But learning that's huge because you do have the power. We have the power to change it. It's not easy. To your point of anything that's worthwhile, it's not easy.
It's not.
And if you don't want to quit or question it at least once or twice, it's probably not something that worthwhile, maybe.
Right. I agree. That being said, we've talked almost 2 hours.
We have yet again because we're like that, and I love that.
And I have a tattoo appointment I forgot about that I have to go to now.
I want to be as cool to have tattoo appointments that I forget about. That's what I want to be. That's my new goal.
We're getting our black sheep fixed.
You are? I didn't know that. Okay. I knew you had an appointment, but all right.
So we're kind of doing it in honor of my mother-in-law's passing.
Okay. Nice. I love that.
Yes.
That'll be great.
I think we're adding something to it, but I don't know. We'll see when we get there.
We'll see how it feels in the moment. Okay.
I'm just kind of like that.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
All right. Well, until next time, this has been Licensed and Unsupervised with
Naomi and Beckee.